Hello, my name is Troy White. I'm with Hoodoo Financial. I am from Oakland, California. I am in Oakland, California right now. Today, I'm just here to talk to you about another topic. The topic I want to talk about is love and money. And what I want to talk about that is financial planning for a better relationship. Love and money. First, let's dig into those two words and then we'll bring them together and see how this makes any sense. So, love and money. So, with those two words together, it's like a bad word because from a religious standpoint, we constantly hear that um, money is the root of all evil. But actually, what the Bible says is the love of money is the root of all evil. I have it written on my notes somewhere what passage that is, but the love of money is the root of all evil. So we talking about love and money, but what I'm referring to is how money plays a role in your love life and how it does. And we know it does, but we just gonna spit out some of it, get the convo started on some of the ways in which we know love and money are connected, right? So, love and money, financial planning will help you have a happy relationship. Because if we don't, let me start here with my own experiences, right? So, I got some money and I'm in love with my wife. So, the way and we had a little money, we've been broke, and we had a little money, we ain't rich. All right. So one thing we do that has been for several years now is we have something we it actually started laughing and joking. I was really kind of serious, a serious concept, but we laugh and joke about it because of how it sounds, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So every year we have our what we call it a shareholders meeting, and I started, kind of started that in a joking sense because the reality of it is that a family is uh, a business. A marriage is a business, and before you say, "Oh no, it ain't," no, it ain't, all that stuff, you can give me all these reasons why it ain't. It's more than that. It's better than that. It's deeper than that. All right, I ain't talking about all this old sentimental stuff. I'm just talking about the facts on paper and the facts of life, right? So the facts on paper is that the only reason people get married is it's a contractual obligation. It's a business agreement between a man and a woman, and now they're allowing they we as a society are finding it acceptable, making it acceptable for men and women to marry each other. You know, however you feel about that is how you feel about that, but that's what's up. I'm actually talking about a man and a woman, but theoretically, it pertains to those other relationships as well. Man on man, woman on woman. I'm talking about man and woman. That's the perspective that I'm speaking from. My wife is a wife, right? Is a woman. She's fine, right? So, anyway, love and money in a man woman relationship is what I have experienced with. So, like I said, we have something we call a shareholders meeting. And because I came up with that because going through that recession, you know, I felt that, we need to start breaking it down and seeing how we're going to move forward because, during the recession, you know, things are going bad. Your property values going. out, just going down, dropping down, making us upside down. Jobs is going away, income loss, wealth loss. That was the time that I said, hey, we got to put the plan together. We're not gonna stumble. We're not gonna fall. I mean, fact is, we stumbled. We stumbled and we fell. But if we're gonna get up and win, so people are running past us right now, but we still in this race. So we're gonna have to get up, and we're gonna figure out we got to figure out how to make up the ground that they just got on us. So let's start running. So that's the impetus of our meetings. So we have shareholders meetings to every year, just to identify our progress, where we going, where we been, what we did, and what we got to do to get where we trying to go. So it's not heck of formal, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we sit down, hear ye. Basically what we do is go to dinner, we eating a nice meal, having a few drinks, and we just talking. How did the year go? It went good, it went bad. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do that. I think we should do this. I think we should do that. Simple as that. But what it really does is get our ideas across to each other, kind of lets us know our fears, and we're not like I said, it's just conversational. We're not talking about it in the terms of an itemized way, like, okay, we did A, B, C. How do you feel about that? How do you feel? No, we're not going like that. We're just chopping it up, talking about how it went. And so what this allows us to do is get our overall plan together on what we're gonna do this year. And again, like I said, it's very informal. But what I've noticed is it does set the stage for our year. And that general conversation and the things that we come up with that we try to pursue and achieve, it stays in the back of our mind, and our actions are moving towards that. But it's not like a day-to-day type of job. It's kind of our overall direction, our overall guidelines, and we follow them. And when we look back, it's like, damn, oh, we actually did that. So I will actually forget about that conversation at the beginning of the year that we had. And I don't really think about all of the goals we set, but when it's time to add it all up, tally it all up at the end of the year, and we look back, it's like, oh hell, we did that. Okay, yeah, we got that done. And then you also identify some of the things that you didn't do, and we may have had no progress towards that. We might have had no action, but it's just bringing it back to mind. Like, dang, I said I was gonna do that. I didn't even do it. So it's just accountability. If I didn't do it, then hey, I didn't do it in those 12 months. I got to do it in these next 12. Revise the plan. It's just like financial planning. So financial planning has a place in your relationship, and I'm suggesting that's the type of activity that you need to do to have a successful, a happy relationship. So happy relationship is in my notes. I said, love and money, financial planning for a happy relationship. Now, speak on that happy relationship. We know that, this phrase, a happy wife equals a happy life. Well, that's true in terms of that statement, but you also know it's true in reality. You have had that experience that if she ain't happy, this whole household is going through it. The pain gets spread around. I'll just put it like that. So Financial planning helps you work through, it helps you get your year started to identify your goals, your strategy, the activities, the actions that you guys are going to take financially to work together this year to achieve some goals. You guys should be working on something. Why y'all together? That's part of what you need to even be have working out in your shareholders meeting is why are we together? You don't have to ask it that way of each other, but you really just I'm asking you for yourself. Don't ask your partner, ask yourself because you need to bring it up in the shareholders meeting. So why are you together? Okay, we're together. Yeah, we love each other. We got feelings, right? Okay, so what? That's mandatory. All right, now, is this person compatible with you? I don't care if they're compatible with you. You and that person you with need to devise a strategy to achieve the goals that you have together. And you need to discuss the goals that you have together because that's the only way you're going to get some goals together. You you can't assume that that person is working towards the same thing you're working towards if you didn't talk to them about it. You have to. You got to talk to them about it. Uh, Women, let me assure you, men do not know how to read your mind. That's not one of our skills and abilities. You literally have to tell us exactly what you're talking about. You can't halfway say it. And then don't get mad that you have to tell it to me a couple times. You want me to do something and you said it once, I'm gonna need you to say it that way, this way, and the other way. I'm tired of telling you this and that. You can be tired about it, but you still gonna have to tell me again. I'm a man, and it's gonna take me 2 or 3 times for me to understand what you're talking about, for me to remember what you was talking about, for me to care about what you're talking about. Just face it. So understand that, men are from Mars, women are from Venus, right? So we operate differently. So we got to come together. You got to find a way to come together because if we're going to work as a team, then that means the team has the same goals. The team has to do the same play. The team is playing against the same opponent. You know, the team have mutual players on the same team that should be playing with each other, not against each other. And these are some general things I'm talking about on relationships. I'm not no relationship expert, right? I'm the stuff I'm saying is general family relationship stuff, but I'm telling it to you because it's also exactly the same thing on the financial life of of a relationship of man and woman. Financial planning for a happy life. So then we talked about you guys got to be on the same page to have the same similar goals. And then we need to plan to achieve those goals. Now, this is important as a family. If you guys are going to build a family together, if you guys are going to grow a bond together, then you're going to be working towards the same goal. And women, hey, if you want to get a man, my suggestion to you is find out what his goals are and, you know, play off of that. You know, find ways for you and him to work together to build something together. A man don't want to just be with a woman for nothing, right? That there's always that, that common joke or the, the common conversation around men being reluctant to get married and women not being able to find a man that wants to be married, right? And, again, I'm not Dr. Phil, but I'm just telling you from men talking to men, part of it is because we ain't on that, what you talking about. We, all that what you pushing is not appealing to no man. So find goals and dreams that are appealing, that you do have in common. I'll give it to you. Let me tell you something like this. I do not have a Harley Davidson. I do not have a Harley Davidson. But ever since I was about 5 or 6, I've been wanting a Harley Davidson. I was having a conversation with my wife and a friend, and because my best friend and his girl at the time, she was a childhood friend of my wife, and so we were all having a conversation, and she didn't want my friend to get a Harley because all them women that's always chasing the dudes with the motorcycles, right? So she hating on him. That's hating on me. My wife gonna hate on my Harley, right? So you gonna have to be quiet. So, but my point there is that this statement I made, and it's true. They were like, oh, yeah, it's ridiculous what you're talking about. So I'm gonna tell you my line of thinking in that conversation. My line of thinking was this: is that hey, don't hate on my motorcycle. I've waited all this time and I still don't have it. I've had plenty money. I could be blowing my money on Harleys and cars and stuff and jewels and this and that, but I got other goals, other priorities. But the whole purpose of my life is to achieve my goals and dreams. I have always dreamt of having a Harley, and it is my goal to have a Harley. So if I were to let a wife, a woman, or anyone tell me, no, you can't have that, then well, shit, I might as well jump off the bridge right now. There is no purpose for me to live if I cannot live to achieve my goals and my dreams. I'm here to do what I was here for and I'm here for what I want. So the whole reason I got a family, the whole reason I got a wife, the whole reason I got a job and a career, a business, and it's because that's what I wanted, right? This is my life. So in my life, I have goals, and if I can't achieve those goals, what's the purpose of my life? There is no purpose. So then shit, I'll sit down and die then. I don't want to do nothing if I'm not doing something for me. And so I'm only saying, I'm picking on this Harley conversation to just point out that that's a love and money situation right there. Because for a woman, her goal is, no, you don't need to be around all them women with all them Harleys. I mean, where they be jocking all the dudes on the motorcycles, right? But I'm saying I don't give a damn about them. I'm getting my bike. I don't give a damn about no woman jocking me. That's not an acceptable reason for me not to do what I'm dreaming about, right? So I'm getting mine. But again, it's just, I'm not trying to point and say that me and my wife got no argument. I'm gonna get my bike. That's the bottom line. But I'm only saying it to point out that there's always disagreement and in terms of the goals and the values that the man have and that the woman have. And so this is borne out in your finances. And we know that finances are the number one reason why couples don't stay together. It's the number one reason for divorce. And, it's why people don't stay together. It's why, people who are living together, man and woman. And, a lot of time, most of the time, it's money is what causes these problems. So, I'm just giving you some insight as to the particulars of how the money, love, finance, financial planning, relationships, how these are all, you know, twisted all together. And financial planning is a way for you and your spouse to work together and achieve your goals and be able to be on the same side achieving your goals, and give you the ability to compromise with each other. Because when you have a want and she have a want, and your want is $100 and her want is $100, but y'all only have $100. So the whole time, without talking about it, the whole time she's happy. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna get that thing I want because we got $100 and I want that thing. I'm gonna get it, right? And he's over here saying, ooh, there go that thing I want, and it's only $100 and I got $100. I'm gonna get it. So both of y'all are thinking the same thing, different things about the same dollar. That's what I'm talking about. So planning will allow you to uncover these issues, will allow you to itemize, to budget together, and to see. So that $100 thing that she want and that $100 thing you want, both of those are possible if y'all work together, if y'all are budgeting, if y'all are saving and investing. And compromising, set up a time horizon, a timeline to achieve those two things that y'all both wanted. And, in a relationship of two people working together, you're supposed to be able to work it out and figure out who's first, who's second, who's going to get that $100 thing first, who's going to get that $100 thing second. And, basically I'm just trying to tell you, if you're going to have a happy relationship, you're going to have to do some financial planning. And I encourage you to get started right away. And the best way to get started is say, hey, babe, I think, we need to plan our future out. Let's start having a shareholders meeting. I think we can get our goals accomplished if we do that. It's just a thought. Holla back.